why is it important to work with a certified Profit First professional? So what I like to use as an example is, how many horror stories have you had to go and fix up in your trade? So whether you're a plumber, electrician, builder, carpenter, landscaper, I hear stories all the time that you've had to go back and fix up a job by an unqualified, unlicensed person in your industry. And working with a Profit First professional who is certified is no different. Now, for those who have listened to previous episodes, you will know clearly I'm a massive fan of Profit First. I've been a Profit First professional for 5 years now, a little over 5 years, and it is something that I truly, truly believe in. Like anything, it is an amazing system that is really quite simple, but that doesn't make it easy. And making sure you're working with somebody who is certified to implement and train and teach in Profit First is key. And I'm going to talk about the 3 reasons why that is so important today. So the first reason, as I mentioned and alluded to, that when you work with somebody who is certified, they know the system inside out. So to be certified, we have to go through a really rigorous certification process to be able to become certified. And then every year we have to go through a recertification process to become recertified. And throughout the year, we also have numerous trainings that we need to attend and be a part of and contribute to make sure that we keep up with the latest and greatest in Profit First, because as I said, whilst it's an amazing simple system, there are so many little differences depending on you and your business and what area in business you're in, what type of business. Are you a one-man band? Do you have a team of 15? There's so many variations, and working with somebody who is certified and has experience in working with clients of all different shapes and sizes is the first key to making sure you have a successful Profit First journey. The second thing I find is when people try to DIY it themselves, which a number of people can. They can read the book and they can do it themselves. But what I'm finding a lot of recently is people coming to me saying, it's not working. It was working and it's now not working. What's going on? And again, that highlights the fact that if you don't work with a certified Profit First professional, it's going to work for a little while, potentially. It's absolutely not going to work to its capacity that it could. And what that does is it wastes your time and potentially your money, because you're taking the long route. You might get there eventually, but you're taking the long way round. And the third thing is that it takes longer to get results when you DIY it or when you work with somebody who isn't certified. Now, just a tip here, if you are working with somebody, what I suggest you do is you go to the profitfirstaustralia.com.au website and you have a look there and you check that the person, there's a section there where you can find Profit First professionals, and there's a whole list of everybody in Australia and New Zealand, and you have a look and double check that they are certified. If they are not, then I highly, highly, highly recommend that you don't work with them, and also send an email to our team, our head office at Profit First Australia, to let them know, because it's actually an infringement on the certification process in Profit First to be using the brand and so on if you aren't actually certified. And by working with somebody who isn't certified or trying to do it yourself, the third problem I see is that, as I said, it just takes longer, and there's more stops and starts, and there's more room for things to go wrong. And we all know that time is precious and we can't get that back. And it's really, really, really important to make sure that if you want to set up Profit First in your business, and if you want to make sure that you can get the results, and if you want to make sure that you can implement the Profit First system into your business so that you have a way to manage your cash and manage your cash flow and know exactly what's going on in your business, then the absolutely best way to do that is to work with somebody who is certified. Now, I obviously work with those in the trade space. There are plenty of other Profit First professionals who also work with tradies, and we have Profit First professionals, as I mentioned, all over Australia and New Zealand who specialize in all different niches. So you may be listening to this and you may not be in the trade space. That's perfectly okay. Again, go to the Profit First Australia website and you'll be able to do a search there and find who you're looking for. What I also wanted to cover off a little bit here is that which type of profit first professional should you work with? So we can be accountants, we can be bookkeepers, or we can be coaches. Now, I'm a profit first coach. I also have a bookkeeping business, and my team there obviously know and understand the profit first method. So it makes the bookkeeping really, really easy for them as well. But whether you should work with a coach, a bookkeeper, an accountant, all comes down to a number of things. As I said, who is a specialist in your niche? What are you specifically looking for? Are you looking for a new accountant who can really help you with things like, tax planning and so on? Then you might want to work with a profit first accountant who can help you with the tax planning and implement profit first for you as well. You might need a new bookkeeper and you want to work with somebody who is a bookkeeper who is also certified in profit first. Then again, you can have your bookkeeper and they can coach you on profit first as well. You could work with somebody like me who I'm a profit first coach, but because I have my bookkeeping business as well and I've had that for over 11 years, I always look at a client's business as a whole and have a look at, how are you doing your bookkeeping at the moment? How do we make those steps in your bookkeeping as efficient and simple as possible? I come to every client from the angle of how do we make it simple and efficient? In everything we do, how can we make it simple and efficient? So how can we make your bookkeeping simple and efficient? So all the data is done quickly and efficiently without delays. So we're always going to be up to date with your bookkeeping. From a coaching perspective, I'm then looking at your business and I like to pull businesses apart and see what's working and what's not working, and then focus on the areas that I can help you with, which are things like pricing. Are you charging enough? What are you quoting? How are you quoting? How are you invoicing? What are your payment terms? All of those financial aspects of your business, I dig into those, pull them apart, have a look at them, and then we go through and we rebuild them to make them simple and efficient. Because what I believe is when clients come to me and say, I've got a cash flow issue because clients aren't paying me, then yes, that is potentially true, but that is not the whole story. So I then like to work backwards and keep going back and back and back until we figure out why they're not paying you. Is it things like you don't have your payment terms up front to the client, so they're not really sure of what those payment terms are? Are you slow on getting your invoices out to your clients, which means they're slow on paying you because they feel like if you've not invoiced them for a week or two, then they can pay you a week or two later. You're not really needing the money. And there's a whole range of things that I dig into a financial perspective. What I also do is when I'm working with a client, I also look at the accounting aspect and discuss with you how you're working with your current accountant. Is that working? What do you need? So then I can help you identify if you need to upgrade your accountant. Is your accountant no longer a good fit for you? And then we can help arm you with what you actually need for your new accountant to make it easier to find a new accountant, for example. If you are looking for a new bookkeeper, then we can certainly talk to you about coming on board for our bookkeeping. You don't have to. I work with plenty of clients who have existing bookkeepers and we work with them with Profit First. That is also perfectly okay. For me, when I work with clients, it's really, really important that we help you build your financial team. So your financial team is your accountant, your bookkeeper, your Profit First coach, and in many cases, you'll have a business coach as well. So for me, it's about having really amazing relationships with those other people in that financial team and helping us all as a team work for you to help you achieve your goals. Now, each of those four, bookkeeper, accountant, Profit First coach, business coach, we all have different focuses in the business that are going to help you achieve those goals. And it's absolutely a non-negotiable for me when I'm working with a client that I form those really amazing relationships with those others on your financial team. And if you don't have other people in your financial team, to help you build that financial team to make your business and life essentially much, much easier. So as I mentioned, it's really, really, really important to work with a certified Profit First professional to help you implement Profit First, not only initially, but to help you ongoing so that it is much smoother sailing in your business. So when you have initially clients come to me and they're sometimes in a little bit of a mess. Once you get out of that situation, then it's like, what's next? What else do you need in the business? What else do you need from a personal perspective? So working long term with a profit first professional is something that I highly, highly recommend. And if that's something that you've been thinking about recently and been kind of on the fence about whether you're going to reach out or not, I highly suggest pop me a message, send me a DM, join my Facebook group, Profit First for Tradies, send me an email, katie@profitfirstfortradies.com.au, whatever your preference is to reach out and contact me. Let's get chatting about how we can help you implement Profit First in your business so you become permanently profitable, not only now, but also into the future.